Hello everyone, welcome back to a new play Xin Zhao every day until Zaahen is released in Wild Rift. Back once again, I think we are at Emerald 1 or Diamond. I think we're in Diamond in this game at this point. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I completely forgot about what happened this game. Played it this morning, but I was sick as fuck, and yeah. I think I did all right though. We had a really weird team composition. We have a Varus mid. Yeah, that's very weird. But at least we have an AP top laner, which is Mordekaiser. Unfortunately, the enemy team has the broken champion, Cassante. So I know his lane's gonna be rough, and hopefully he's able to sustain on his own. I don't remember exactly what happened too much. Mid lane, I feel like it's gankable because Varus is definitely stronger than Orianna, especially in the early game. If he's able to get his long shots. I don't know what the ability is called, but he's strong both on hit, like in long range battle, and for a small burst trade. If you kind of go for a mid range trade, might be worse. But yeah, this time I upgraded my first ability instead for the jungle clear, and it feels like it's a little faster. I'm not sure. But the dash, the audacious charge, is still on cooldown when I'm headed towards these raptors right now, which I don't know. I don't know if I like that better or if I like having the dash to the wolves a little better. So yeah, nothing too special. We have a Tristana bot lane. Tristana is apparently not in a very good spot right now in terms of ADC. So I do expect our bot lane to struggle a bit. But the enemy jungler is a Hecarim, which was pretty busted with the release of Spear of Sojin a while back. But Xin Zhao is also actually pretty strong, I'd say. He's good overall. He has CC, he has dash, and here I decided I'm just gonna go for an early gank because the enemy seems pretty low and they did not ward this. And immediately we got the flash from Jin, which is great. I did not greed for the kill. I feel like if I dived there, I could have. If I dived there, I could have easily just died. So instead, I got the early kill with Xin Zhao. It's already great since Xin Zhao is actually able to gank level 3, and I think I haven't been utilizing that at all during my games. I kind of only learned that again recently by watching like T1 finals or whatever, watching Owner play some Xin Zhao. Here we see Cassandre ulting Mordekaiser, and I'm just booking it to hopefully try to help him. And yeah, he died early on, and there's not much I can do. I don't think I was fast enough, but still, I'm looking to see if I can actually get a kill, because he's staying and he has no mana. A Scuttle is already taken, so we have an idea that Hecarim started on blue buff. And definitely he saw me, that's why he kind of dashed away. When Becomes Lightning did not connect, but at least I can hold the wave here and make it so that it will slow push into Mordekaiser later. But yeah, back to regular jungle clear. This game, I believe I went for Trinity Force, and then I started building Blade of the Rune King because I foresaw that Mr. Cassante is gonna be a huge problem, and I need some on-hit and Omnivamp to deal with his tankiness, which I'm not sure if that was the right decision now that I'm looking back. Reflecting on like his abilities, maybe buying a Black Cleaver, especially we have Tristana and Varus, could be a better idea, or I should just once again rush Mortal Reminder so that I can go for tank items afterwards. Instead, I think this game I went for Blade of the Rune King, and then I still bought Mortal Reminder, which kind of hindered my growth a little bit, I feel like. So that's not optimal. The good thing is, I got an assist early on, but unfortunately our teammates kind of died twice. Yeah, Mordekaiser got killed by Cassante, got solo boloed, and then just now I think Hecarim ganked Orianna, and once again got a kill. So this is a decent fight, and yeah, I'm able to ult, and I didn't even ult actually. I ult late here for the Hecarim counter gank, and I realized this is very diveable. Hecarim early game is not very strong. Wasn't able to secure it with my melee attack, but luckily my smite was up. So instead, I immediately go for an invade and see if there's anything up. But there wasn't, and I'm a little low, and the enemy bot lane has already respawned, so I should not take my chances here. I got 2 kills, 1 assist. That's perfect. That's amazing. That's a very successful gank, in fact. I'm actually doing really well. And I see that, okay, now that I have tempo, Mr. Hecarim is still reviving just now, so I can definitely get the scuttle. So that's even more money in the bank. But it did kind of mess up my jungle tempo a little bit. But here I kind of pinged on my way for the Mordekaiser, but Cassante is immediately hidden. So he definitely has a ward here, and I just based. So yeah, I just ping, hey, enemy vision over there. Don't do anything crazy to Mordekaiser because he's already losing. And he's already a losing lane, so I definitely cannot take any risk unless there's a very, very good angle for me to kill Cassante there. And there you go. Cassante just got another kill on Mordekaiser, which sucks, but yeah, he was AFK or something during the champ select, so he didn't ban any champs. So can't really feel too sorry for him. And yeah, I'm definitely not gonna focus on the losing lane. The Lulu ulted me, and we once again secure another kill on the bot lane, which is great because that's kind of it's one less thing that we have to worry about. If the enemy ADC is not fed, we can just focus on the Cassante. And here we got a few platings, and oof, this was a very nice counter gank by the Hecarim. We don't have vision, and he rushed in and just killed Tristana. The lucky thing is that I was able to get out in time, but Tristana was not so fortunate. She got feared under tower and just got shot and died. And I felt like these fights are going to be dragged out with not a lot of damage. Like they're just going to slowly chip me down. So I went for Gluttonous Greaves. I think that Omnivamp is going to help me a lot. Whether it's into bursting down like Orianna or Zyra or Jhin. Or just give me a lot more sustain for bigger fights, longer fights into Cassante and Hecarim. Hecarim is going to be a small problem because he has a lot of mobility and I only have one chase down, which is the Audacious Charge. And with the losing tempo at the bot lane, I unfortunately cannot contest Dragon, which is fine because I'm able to get the better objective, which is the Rift Herald. And here when Gimme Comes Lightning hit and I dashed and he got rooted, got shot by, I think, Varus's ultimate. And immediately I called the Rift Herald down and tried to secure the tower. I can't dive in, so I just leave it to Varus and once again try to help bot lane a little bit. Getting the Scuttlecraft first, and then roaming to see if there's an angle. But this time, I believe they have warded, that's why they were able to throw all of this utility into me before I even showed myself too much. So yeah, once again, going back to jungle clearing, here I kind of mess up my buy. I meant to buy the Vampiric Scepter first before I buy the attack speed, because attack speed on Xin Zhao is not the most important thing. So instead I would go back to clearing my jungle, and right now I know that they have one win condition, which is Cassante and Cassante. Like Cassante is just very fed right now. I believe he's got 3 solo kills, and which kind of matches my score. And Mordekaiser is just chasing down the Orianna at mid lane, and I guess he's just struggling so much in top lane. And so here I tried to 1v1 the Cassante. I see that he's 1 level up, and yeah, I just tried to fight to see how strong he is, and as you can see, I'm already down half HP. He is very, very, very strong, and I see that my teammates are coming down, so I try to bait Cassante to stay just a little longer, hitting the Wind Becomes Lightning, but making sure that I'm still safe, because I don't want to die. If I die, I just give him a free kill. So I can only harass, bait him in, keep him interested. And yeah, I believe Varus is able to kill Cassante pretty well, since he can do percentage health damage. But unfortunately, Hecarim went for a counter gank and actually killed Varus back. Still a 2-for-1 trade, and Orianna went for the roam for a 2-for-2. But I think we got a pretty good shutdown by Varus onto Cassante, so not all is lost. And I think this brought Mordekaiser back into the game just a bit. Orianna did not feel safe enough to take the tower, which is great because I wasn't there to defend anyway. But yeah, I went back to clear my jungle, and Blade of the Ruined King will be online very soon. And I know that 2 of them just died and probably do not have tempo, so I make sure to clear the ward this time and first get the scuttle or look for a gank. And this time I just hid in the bush because I saw that both enemies were kind of low and they're definitely very diveable. So yeah, Tristana saw this and she was actually pushing the lane very smartly and just gave me a very easy kill. And I feel like I could have survived here a lot better, and fortunately the tower was alive for far longer than I intended. And yeah, Orianna has once again done a good roam and came here to pick me off, while Varus just pushing up mid trying to get a tower, I guess. Our Lulu died to the Hecarim, So it's a 2-for-2 trade, not the best, because we are giving slightly back to the enemy bot lane that's behind, and Hecarim is just getting more and more fed. And yeah, Mordekaiser went for Liandry's Torment first item, which is a choice, certainly. It's a way to deal with Cassante, I guess, and then Morelos. I probably would have just bought like the anti-heal item, the smaller item, the orb, the Oblivion Orb, I think that's the name, to get the anti-heal and just go for something like Riftmaker, so that he has more true damage and survivability. And I see Hecarim is ganking, well, just attacking Mordekaiser right now, and he just couldn't survive long enough. And here I have to fight against a Hecarim with no mana, and I see that Cassante is teleporting in, so I save my ulti to push him back. Probably didn't have to go into the tower, I could just smite. And then here, I got yanked back, and then I couldn't get the minion, so I couldn't dash away. I nearly died here, but luckily Varus was here to help me. And he's doing okay damage, but I don't like it. I feel like he should be doing a lot more, and I don't think I noticed at this point. But he's not building items that I feel that you should build on Varus. It's just kind of weird. He's building like the lethality and the Muramana for his mana, which is kind of everywhere. Like it's a little everywhere for his build. And here I have to try to contest for Dragon. So I destroy the wards first, and then look for the Dragon. Because we have 3 people bot, right? I feel like we have Prio here. And yeah, unfortunately, I feel I'm the only one here doing anything. Our Lulu was just kind of like at the back, so I'm struggling really hard. I can't find an angle, and then the Jhin ulted, which we probably shouldn't stay inside of. So it's very curious, and I missed the smite, so that's completely on me. And I got hit by Zyra's ulti. I have nothing much I can do except to get a kill to try to equalize, but I don't get anything. So we lose Dragon, we lose 3 people for nothing. Mordekaiser got a solo kill on Cassante, but you know, it's kind of giving them quite a bit of resources while we just got nothing in return, and that's 2 dragons for them. So soul is on the board for them, which is very scary, especially with Cassante. I think they have the mountain soul, yeah. So if they get shielding, it's just gonna make Cassante tankier and Hecarim tankier, which is going to be a huge problem, since the only one that can kill tanks here, I feel like, is Varus, and he is not building something that I feel confident about. Maybe it's like some super secret build. I don't play him a lot, but that's not what I typically see people build, so it does worry me a lot. And our Varus is not very present at the moment, I feel like. He did help out quite a few fights, but definitely the enemy Orianna seems more present for most of these battles. But in any case, I once again just clear my jungle, and I see that bot wave pushing in, but I see Tristana rushing in over, so I didn't take it. And just base get Death Dance, because they have quite a bit of burst. Hecarim has a lot of burst, Orianna has a lot of burst, Jhin also has a lot of burst with his 4th shot, and Cassante also can do a lot of burst damage. So I feel like Death Dance is definitely valuable here. And I pay for my death. I lost 2 camps because of my death down there in bot lane. But at least the Zyra kind of overstepped again, and we got another kill. But we traded Tristana for it, so it's not great. And yeah, it's a really rough game. It feels like the enemies are all doing really well, while my teammates are struggling quite a bit. The Tristana is not able to kind of use her lead as well as one would hope, I guess. And yeah, Varus is starting to just ping like the Mordekaiser or whatever. I don't know what he wants from the Mordekaiser. He's already behind, so I'm mildly annoyed for sure by the Varus. In any case, Mordekaiser is at least defending mid lane, and I see that they're going for the Baron, which there is absolutely nothing I can do about it. Like, I can't walk in alone and just steal. But then I see a lot of pings, like, okay, if we're going to make a bad decision, we're going to make it together. So instead, I just kind of wait in the bush this time. I don't just go in, make sure that I'm not the first one in, because me dying is just horrible. And I get the scuttle before diving in. the Cassante is actually not as tanky as one would thought he would be. I get some good hits, and target selection is a little off, and I got killed by the collector and the little fucking trap on the ground. So in the end, we lost the Baron, but actually managed a decent fight. Cassante dived into our backline a little too eagerly and was able just took a lot of damage. And yeah, 5 of them are dead, and we traded 3 for it in a Baron. So there's no Baron up minions because there's no one on the map. So instead, Tristana is able to push up to the enemy inhibitor, which is awesome. So an all-around good fight and a good decision by me to just not completely give up on the Baron when I see the whole team rushing for it. Like, probably it will not be a horrible choice for me to just ignore them and say, okay, we won't be able to get the Baron, so I'm just gonna go steal the enemy jungle and get the resources that way. That would be a play for myself, which I think would be the right play. But then if we're gonna just rush for the Baron together, it's better to do it together. And here Mordekaiser is starting to steal my jungle when he's so behind, so I'm actually frustrated. Like, I'm the only one ahead. Me and Tristana are the ones that are the win condition right now, and he's here trying to fucking steal resources from me. And once again, I'm here to try to help Varus. I kind of dash into the wrong thing, but even if I dash onto Hecarim, I won't be doing enough damage, as I believe at this moment I do not have anti-heal. And that is one major mistake that I have. But in this moment, I realized, okay, there's no way I can win that fight bot lane, because the Hecarim is just too fed. I don't have anti-heal, and yeah, we don't know where the enemy is. We have only 3 people, so the best I can hope is to deny Soul, which I did, kind of baiting my teammates there. And we're gonna lose our inhibitor to Cassante because Mordekaiser died. And once again, I'm just getting caught out here. Maybe they have wards, so I hope for one single kill, and I did. Probably could have turned around and hit the Jhin here, and might be able to kill him as well, but I just panicked too much running into the bush. But either way, I was able to secure the dragon and deny the soul, so that is one of the most important things. And here, yeah, you can see me getting really frustrated with Varus. He just keeps pinging everyone. It's everyone else's fault but his, when he's building some, I don't know, Yumomar's Ghost Blade and some other armor pen item. I'm sure it works, but it's just, is this the correct build? Especially when you're the only one that can kill Cassante. Like, when building something like on hit with Blade of the Ruin King to make sure you can like slaughter the enemy, you know, the new Rage Blade, Gunblade, Rage Blade is just so good, right? It probably works really well against the enemy team combo. So I'm not too sure. I was not confident about our Varus at mid at the moment. Ooh, yapped a lot. Sorry, I had to take a drink. So once again, back to resource maxing. And yeah, I definitely see the problem with the enemy healing. Hecarim just has a lot of healing, and Cassante also has a lot of healing. So I begin just farming once again, and I'm very scared of the Mordekaiser stealing my jungle, so I'm like smiting early or like just making sure that I have the prio. And he just flashed grab someone. I don't know. But I managed to hit the Wind Becomes Lightning on the Zyra. And then, yeah, Cassante just couldn't get close with the Tristana, and Tristana kind of just kited him. So we got 3 kills, 1 death. Like, it's a 4v2, and it would be a perfect angle for Baron. But instead, our teammates kind of just rushed in and greeted for another kill. But right now, so I kind of turn around and help finish the fight, and now we should definitely do the Baron. Like, there's no wrong call here. Like, literally one objective. That's all you need to do. Just defend and get the Baron. Like, the Jhin alone cannot do anything. I can just dash on him and kill him. But lo and behold, our Mordekaiser decided he can 1v1 a Jhin and just fucking died. Luckily, he didn't come check Baron at all, so we can just defend. And now I'm rushing to Elder Dragon in hopes to just maybe do the Elder Dragon, and I see that it's not possible. So instead, I just take the enemy blue buff, get, you know, resource max a bit, hinder the enemy growth, hinder the enemy jungler, especially Hecarim, who definitely needs the blue buff in order to function a lot better. So just denying that alone is good enough. So I need my Mortal Reminder in order to kill tanks and also get the anti-heal. But then suddenly I see that they're starting the Elder Dragon, and honestly, it's really weird. It's a strange call, and at least the Wind Becomes Lightning hit, and I'm I'm getting ready to dash in, but I'm just out of range. So in the end, I believe I have to just dash in, flash in, and go for the smite. I missed the smite. I got ulted because the Elder Dragon was still 300 HP. So I kind of lost the fight here, and I wasn't able to smite. Luckily, I still survived for long enough for something to happen. And then I am so fucking frustrated. Varus is fucking pinging me for missing the smite when there was no one there to help me. Like, really? Bro has 1 kill with his fucking build. Like, he's the one that's doing something? Honestly, shut the fuck up. Like, Jesus Christ. But anyway, frustration aside, our Mordekaiser is trying his best to survive, and his shield is definitely doing a lot of work, and he actually managed to kill the K'Sante solo, and he can defend the top lane alone. So they had the Elder Dragon, and we have the Baron Asher. But now everyone's fucking dead. So enemy has a Zyra to continue defending while we just try our best to survive. And yeah, honestly, he's starting to... Varus just built Mortal Reminder as well for the armor penetration, and it's a crit item, and then he pinged that he's gonna buy an amplifying tome. I don't know. So I'm still clearing my jungle. I feel I wanted to swap an item. That's why I'm still clearing my jungle, getting money. I wanted to swap my Blade of the Ruin King for something like Amaranth's Twin Guard, because I feel like now I'm beginning to be able to last longer in the fights, or at least swap my boots to some sort of tank boots, because that would be better. And here I'm just trading blows. I tried to get the Crown of the Shattered Queen from the Orianna, which she's doing a very good job of kind of like kiting me all over the place. So I just hid in the bush and make sure I clear the wave, because there's not much else we need to do or can do right now. I see the K'Sante. I'm not sure if I can win the 1v1. So I just fell back, once again, kind of baiting. Our Tristana pinged on my way, so I know that I can just have to stay around and bait. And here, Varus began to engage. I'm not sure if he hit, I think he hit the Chains of Corruption. And here I once again went resource maxing first before I go for the fight, because I don't know if this fight is worth it. I don't know if this fight is going to flip. So I'm going to secure something first. And yeah, first I deal with the carries, which is the Orianna, which does a lot of damage. And then Zyra, who's very annoying with her control spells. She went a little too far ahead, so I can't get her. But then the rest of the carries are dealt with by my teammates. I think K'Sante was already strong enough to 1v1. And here, Jhin kind of disconnected, I think. And he just lost. He just died. And now everyone has very long cooldowns because we're level 15. So I just pinged, let's just attack. And luckily, everyone followed. So yeah, I think I did alright this game. Definitely played a lot better compared to before. And didn't greed in the early levels. And was able to get ahead. The big issue is that I think later on in team fights, I have no confidence in my teammates, and that's not a good thing. At the same time, if I have too much confidence in my teammates, I would be making the wrong plays. But yeah, Lulu got the MVP here, and she definitely deserved it. I feel like her support was actually really well done, except maybe like one of the Dragons fights where she could have took a little bit more initiative instead of just me being there, since we have like 2 ADCs backing us up, right? So it was a really rough game because we have no core engage aside from myself. But overall, a decent game for me, getting dual brilliance, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow.